Guardian Construction Services are proud sponsors of Driver's Seat.
You can reach me by railway. You can reach me by trailway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me.
It's pretty hard to deny that this is a stunning looking coupe.
So what is it then? Well, it's an Infiniti Q60 to take on the likes of the BMW 4 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe. It's available with two engines, a 2-litre turbocharged petrol and a 3-litre twin turbocharged petrol. There are 4 trim levels to choose from and prices start from £34,300.
The entry-level 2-litre has its power sent through the rear wheels. However, we're testing the Q60S 3-litre Sport Tech, which gets 4-wheel drive as standard and costs £47,235. The engine under the bonnet is all new and aluminium. It develops 399 brake horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, giving it enough oomph to get from standstill to 62 miles an hour in 5 seconds.
It'll return around 30 miles to the gallon on an official combined cycle and emits 208 grams per kilometre of CO2. However, over our 600 miles of testing, we've averaged 28.8 miles to the gallon, which is really impressive. Max torque arrives at 1600 revs per minute and stretches all the way through to 5200, whilst max power is at 6400.
That means that this engine is really flexible and particularly strong, so it's fast to react to inputs and is very, very quick.
Also makes the car feel really light because it's so responsive. Sink the pedal, flick a gear, and it just goes. Almost at any time, at any speed, there's enough power to do exactly what you want and have a lot of fun along the way. And that V6 soundtrack is rather addictive.
This has got a 7-speed automatic gearbox as standard with flappy pedals on the steering wheel. It's not the smoothest system and it's not the quickest to react. However, flick a gear down and it's a little bit quicker than leaving it in auto mode. You can also shift the box to the side and change gears sequentially.
As standard, the all-wheel drive system provides a 50-50 front to rear split for power. However, up to 100% can be sent to the rear if required. Surprisingly though, there is quite a bit of wheel spin if the conditions are less than bone dry. This model's got dynamic digital suspension which can be adapted. So you have a standard mode, Sport, Sport Plus, Snow and Individual. Sport makes the steering weightier and quicker to respond, while Sport Plus makes it even faster to respond but leaves the weighting the same. On motorways and A roads it's quite comfortable, and you can while away long distances with little to grumble about. However, on a rough B road it really does bounce around, it becomes quite firm, although I wouldn't say it's much worse than a BMW M Sport. However, the Q60S does stay nice and flat through the bends.
This model gets adaptive steering. It's Infiniti's 2nd generation and it's a drive-by-wire system.
So essentially it's all digital, nothing's physically connecting the steering wheel to the front wheels.
And you believe it because it provides a really disconcerting feel. No feedback through the wheel and the Q60 tramlines like nothing else. You'll be driving along and then suddenly you'll be moving a foot to the left with little warning. Visibility out is good, the front pillars aren't too thick, you've got nice long glass in the doors and the over the shoulder isn't bad either. That coupe roofline really doesn't block too much of your view like some of its rivals. Refinement wise on the motorway it's nice and quiet and there's very little wind noise.
But you can really do long distances and arrive nice and fresh. It's got plenty of safety kits on it, adaptive cruise control, however it does leave you quite a long way behind the car in front even in the shortest setting. There's blind spot monitoring and lane keep assist, although I haven't got on with that very well at all, I don't think it works particularly well. Now in here it's a really pleasant place to be, mainly due to the leather wrapped surfaces and the contrasting stitching, whilst there's some very pleasant trim as well. You get 2 touchscreen systems to control your navigation and ventilation and other car controls. There's a 8-inch and a 7-inch touchscreen. That really reduces the amount of buttons on the dash. You can however control the radio and stereo manually as you can on the steering wheel. Use the rotary dial in the middle for your major functions on the top screen, whilst this is mainly touchscreen in the middle. There's plenty of kit, so you get the leather seats and trim, the satellite navigation, dual zone climate control, heated seats, a leather perforated steering wheel, cruise control, DAB radio and Bluetooth. The instrument dials are neat and tidy and quite stylish, and it's a really pleasant place to be in here. My seat is electrically adjustable, so I've got plenty of adjustment there, and there's also bolster support so I can really wedge myself in. In the lowest seating position, I've got decent headroom and I've got a good view out. There are 2 memory settings for you and perhaps your partner. The steering wheel adjustment is electric and offers pretty decent range, so most people should be able to find a comfortable driving position. Storage isn't too bad. There's a reasonable sized door bin which will take a small bottle of water, this tiny little almost useless tray, a couple of cup holders in the middle, and a decent sized central bin with a USB connector, whilst the glove box isn't too bad, and there's a sunglasses holder in the roof. Let's have a look in the back. To get into the back, tilt the seat forward and press and hold the single electric button on the shoulder of the seats. That'll then slide it forward, and the reverse is done when you get in. Climbing in is pretty easy, so I can tilt that back and slide it back. Now whilst that happens, I am limited on headroom, but luckily there's enough legroom that I can slant forward a little bit. If I sit further up, I've got decent leg and knee room. Foot room's a little bit restricted, so I wouldn't want to be in here for too long, especially with that headroom, but otherwise it's pretty comfortable. I've got a nice armrest. There's no storage, there's a couple of cup holders in the middle, a tray, but no USB chargers, no drop down armrest. So what's the verdict of the Q60 Coupe?
Well, I think it's an absolutely stunning looking car and really stands out from the crowd. If that's what you're after, it's a good option. The interior is well appointed and the 3-litre V6 engine is an absolute delight. However, the steering lets it down no end. It's an absolutely dreadful system, unfortunately, that needs to go back to the drawing board. If Infiniti can sort that out, this would be a fantastic coupe. Thanks for watching Driver Seat. Do check out our website for the latest news and reviews, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, and see you next time. Guardian Construction Services are proud sponsors of Driver Seat.